Alright, it's getting kind of late. I'm not going to do a cover tonight. I'm just going to kind of show you what this thing sounds like. This is a completely clean channel, just running through a PV Twin. There's no effects on it or anything, it's just a... single coils, or the coil tap. Obviously there's hardly anything there. That's on the bridge, this is on the deck. This is the same clean channel but with some reverb and a little bit of chorus. My distortion channel runs a PV 6534 plus. That's pretty much it. It's nothing crazy. That's pretty much it. It's like I said, I'm not going to do a cover tonight. I don't know what I'll do. I may just do Gunslinger or something like that just to play it. I've got it in drop D right now. I may end up putting it in drop C to match my custom S, just so I can play it on a bunch of on at least a couple other songs. Because currently in drop D we only have one song that we play live that's in drop D, and I want to play this a lot more than that. But yeah, I do want to talk real quick. I've had a lot of people complain about the price point of this thing, and I do get it. You know, the regular customs or the regular standards were what, $700 to $800, something like that, and so that's what, a $400, $500 price increase. I can see where a lot of people would be turned off by that, but also at the same time, it's when the original standards were released, or not the originals, but the most recent standards were when they were released, they were at a price point where they could sell them and make a profit on them. That was years ago, and now we've got this whole tariff thing, and just the cost of stuff has gone absolutely through the roof. So naturally, like everything else, the prices are going to increase on it. I wouldn't be surprised if a normal standard was now $900 or somewhere around that price range, which would only be a couple $100 extra for one of these. And really, for the upgrades that they've done to this, comparing this standard to the regular standard, is well worth that. You've got the flame top on it, along with the flame top on the head. I know the tuners that look exactly like the ones that are on my custom S, just black instead of gold. I mean, I don't really see a difference there. the Floyd Rhodes special, I don't have any problems with it. I've never had problems with the special. I've had a super cheap $110 Floyd Rose, and I've had a $400 Floyd Rose. Yeah, some of the materials are different, but the playability to me, if you're just playing the guitar and keeping it in tune as needed, they're fine. I know some people have had problems, some people haven't. I'm one of those people that's never had a problem between any of them. Never had a problem with intonation. I've never had a problem with something like the little saddle blocks or the string blocks inside the saddles breaking. The only one I've ever had do that was the PV branded Floyd Rose that was on my old PV Predator. It split, I think, 2 full sets, and they were just cheap, like, I don't know, they weren't lead, they were a super soft metal, but they split over several years, and I've had to replace them. I've got stainless ones in it now. But this one, just with the hardware that's got on it, the upgrades that they've done, it feels thinner. Like I don't know how to describe it. The neck feels really, really good. I mean, ridiculously good. It's got the ultra thin C neck on it, and it even feels a little thinner than my Custom S, which is a 2019 model. So it's it is one of the most recent iterations of the Synyster case, his normal guitar. And so this one feeling a lot better. It's super smooth and slick. There's no sticky spots on the fret anywhere or on the back of the neck anywhere. The frets feel better than they do on my Custom S. I've got one fret on my Custom S that keeps grabbing my high E string, and I just haven't had a chance to go get it fixed because it's my main stage guitar. I just deal with it and hope it doesn't give me any problems on stage. But this one, none of the frets feel sharp. They all feel good and ground down like they should be, especially for a guitar that you're paying well over $1,000 for. The paint is fantastic. The stripes are perfect. The pickups, the pickups were the only thing I wasn't sure about, but pickups are pickups. Sometimes some pickups a little bit higher output than the rest of them. You really don't notice it anyways when you're playing with distortion. I don't care what you say, they're just magnets. But that being said, I didn't know how these were going to be because they're obviously an inspired pickup from the SH8 Seymour Duncan Invaders. That's kind of what they're modeled after, and they don't sound bad. I actually really like the sound that they create in a clean setting, especially for. We've got one song that's clean for the most part, but good. And I mean, that sounds great. They sound great on clean. All 3 of mine do. All 5 of my guitars or something like that. So all 3 of the Synyster Gates guitars, they sound great, clean. This one is no exception to my other 2. It sounds awesome. The biggest thing that I noticed is, I've got some pictures showing it. You're not going to be able to see it on video, but the slant where the neck bolts and neck plate are, it's got a taper to it, and it makes it so much better for getting down to the higher frets. Not that I play that far down, but that's just, if you're going to buy this guitar and you do play down that far on the neck, it's going to be a whole lot nicer than some of the older ones that were just squared off on the back. I will say that the squared off ones, they are kind of a pain to get down there, and that's why the Synyster Gates models went to a set neck. But this feels really good. It's still got a ton of strength there. I mean, I don't see a problem with it. As far as setup goes, I didn't have to do anything to make it playable. Obviously, I'm sure there's a little bit of adjustment that can be done if you really wanted to fine tune it and put a gauge on it and everything. I don't even have a gauge here, so for me, it's fine. It's probably a tiny bit high, but It's definitely way better than my custom S was when I got my custom S. I did have to make an adjustment here because when I tuned it and made sure everything was in tune, when I would tighten down the lock nut, the string would jump wildly under tension. It would go sharp real bad, and so I had to make an adjustment here, which it's literally just one screw. It's not that big of a deal. And I know you're gonna make an argument, or some people are gonna make an argument for like, oh, you're paying $1,200 for a guitar, you shouldn't have to do anything. No, you're an idiot if you believe that. I've seen Les Pauls that were $10,000 that needed to be intonated. So I mean, it's whatever. It's hardware. It's all hardware. You're never gonna. You could buy a $3 million guitar, and it's still gonna need some fine tuning, unless somebody gets to it before you do. But anyways, there you go. It's nothing crazy. It sounds great. There you go. I'm going to quit rambling. It's a good guitar. It's a great guitar. It feels amazing, and that's the most important thing. It feels great. Everything from there you can change out whatever you want. In fact, that's what I'm going to do at some point, probably later this year, is I'm going to put new pickups in it. I'm going to put one of the Synysters at the bridge, and I'm going to put a Sustainiac in it. Because I want this, I'm going to make this my main guitar for this year after it gets a Sustainiac. Because I need a Sustainiac. But yeah, there you go. There's my, let's see, what's the year on this one? Yeah, my 2025 Synyster Standard Plus in deep trans red. So don't be afraid of the price point. If you can afford it, go get one. Get this one, get the white one, the natural, whatever they're calling it. I want the natural too. It looks awesome just as well. But this one, obviously this one caught my eye. I never got my hands on a red rum, and this is as close as I am ever going to get to a red rum, and I am perfectly okay with that. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching, and I'm gonna try to post some new content here soon. So thanks, guys.